All right, everyone, welcome back. Today we will be discussing Venus in the sign of Taurus. But before I do, we must understand, what does Venus represent? So here I have a list of several things you can definitely find through your Venus placement. So starting off with attraction, what is something about you that people absolutely gravitate towards? Imagine having a perfume or cologne that's bottled up by what makes you specifically attractive. And it's just the same for what we are attracted to. And this isn't just exclusive to other people. Think soft beds, the finest linens, ocean views, comfort through tangible things, confidence or lack of confidence. To give you an example, Venus displays if we love to share our intellect but shy away from being center stage. Things that can make us feel uncomfortable, this can be seen through Venus. Money. Now, there are multiple ways to distinguish wealth or income or gains, but Venus guides you to your natural profession or your calling, meaning you could be exceptionally successful at this particular hobby or skill, which seems like you were born to do it. Venus also shows us how we like to spend on our comfort or things we like. An example, if you're highly into astrology, more than likely you've purchased multiple books, especially ones that go into great detail, because Venus is all about the details. The details like how we pay for things, the money we like to carry with us, the high profile credit cards with high limits, a wallet full of cash, or maybe no cash. Venus is always explained as a planet that likes luxuries and things with a high price tag. That can be true, but there are many things that look expensive, but it's actually very cheap or of poor quality. Venus represents things of value or of quality. And this leads me into the wife. In a men's chart, Venus represents the wife in the qualities that she has. She can be graceful, a very nice dresser, or even highly successful or a social butterfly. This can all be seen through Venus. Happiness. Our sensuality is something that could be seen very well through Venus. How alluring do we feel when it comes to the opposite sex? Or do we like to skip over intimacy and get right to the physical act? Our seductiveness can definitely be seen through Venus. Going out in nature, traveling, anything in the arts are all things that can make us happy or we take pleasure in. This is what the planet Venus can represent. Quality over quantity. This is Venus in Taurus. Here we have the slow-moving but very warm Venus stationed right at home in a deliberate sign of Taurus. Everything about this combination demonstrates what you are when you have patience. When a planet is in its own sign, it's like coming home after a long day to the home you have made comfortable for yourself. You know where everything is and it's tailored to your liking. And the primary reason is you took your time to design it to your preferred taste. The sign of Taurus can represent maintenance, foundation, investments, and substance. This sign can never fall anywhere in the birth chart and not have a responsibility or need to not only stabilize itself or the environment, but with quality service or materials. The sign of Taurus simply cannot thrive in poor conditions. Venus operates the same way. Let's begin with the archetype of Venus in Taurus. Venus in Taurus is a feminine planet posited in a feminine sign. This has nothing to do with the hardworking nature of this combination, but in fact, the graceful or charming appeal of Venus in Taurus naturally exudes. Women with Venus in Taurus are known to be some of the most physically beautiful people in the world. The men are attractive as well, but I find it's their alluring personality which makes them more noticeable. They can have dreamy eyes or a gentle, seemingly shy but confident nature. It sounds contradicting, but that's exactly what makes Venus in Taurus attractive. They give enough but not too much where they know you would come back for more. Historically through time, we see that countries can go to war. Agreements can be broken and destruction can ensue simply because a person cannot find a mate or they do not have that certain formula that grants them positive access to the opposite sex. The Venus in Taurus does not have this problem. Their knack to vet for quality in their life doesn't end at materialism. The universe gifts them with quality partners as well. For men with Venus in Taurus, they can attract women who are not only beautiful on the outside, but beautiful on the inside as well. They can be nurturing, excellent mothers, kind, and well-rounded. The women with Venus in Taurus are blessed as well with a devoted partner willing to go the extra mile to make them happy. They can be extremely loyal partners who gravitate to long, enduring relationships. The rationality in earth signs make them highly subscribed to what they can see in front of them. And since Taurus is stimulated by the five senses, the beautiful things that are granted to them, other people can see it and want what they have. Secret enemies can surface when you have Venus in Taurus. Remember, Mars naturally aspects the eighth house. For many individuals, the eighth house could also mean, as a child, you may have been born into wealth, or there was some level of richness to your family. They could have been rich in values or rich in family traditions. It could also be the opposite as well. Coming from humble beginnings where resources were scarce made the individual with Venus and Taurus prioritize not just financial security, but trying to stabilize their life as a whole. It also makes material or financial contributions the love language of a Venus in Taurus, mainly because their contributions are noticeable. These individuals care a lot about their reputation, but then again, what earth sign doesn't? Everything about the Venus and Taurus combination is seen through an investment perspective. So aside from excellent money management, there is a long-term investment in a spouse as well. The Venus and Taurus individuals are great for marriage because fixed earth wants someone they can share their life and, most importantly, routine for the next few decades to forever. Coincidentally, it may take them forever to find their partner or settle down or decide someone is for them. The formula to security for Venus and Taurus is doing the same thing over and over and over again until it becomes second nature to them. In relationships, this can bring issues because their enthusiasm in wanting to incorporate a little change or variety in their day can be a struggle. One way to encourage a person with Venus and Taurus to be more flexible is to slowly introduce them to new things or slowly engage their interest by small but stimulating activities that positively trigger the creative side of Venus. An example, if you observe a bull on a farm, it's tough to force them to move until they're ready. Stubbornness, slowness, or procrastination can be seen with the Venus and Taurus individuals, but in their mind, they're just going at their own pace. For them, security is rooted in safety. What's that quote? Rather be safe than sorry? That's a Venus and Taurus. A life with the Venus and Taurus may mean prioritizing in-laws or quality time with their children as they are very family orientated. A comfy place that they can call home and retire to every day is also a love language. In the professional world, a person with Venus and Taurus can put a lot of time and energy into securing their future. The same rules apply if you were a homemaker or a stay-at-home mom. Your devotion to maintaining the household warrants a huge desire to want the luxurious or beautiful things in life, and a place to retreat more than likely is high priority on their list. In their dating stages, one thing that they should be careful with is overindulging in their options. And what I mean by that is having a grass is greener mentality or being overly concerned with what they can get out of a relationship without concern for the other person. Please keep in mind that all I have mentioned here is subject to change or have adverse effects due to any afflictions or other planetary influences in your chart. The last thing I would like to mention is the second house in Taurus being the ruler of this house. So what you believe you're worth, what makes you feel secure, what you value, and having something to call your own can be seen through this house and this sign. Slow and steady wins the race while you also enjoy the scenery. Venus and Taurus. I would like to thank everyone for taking the time out to watch this presentation, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.